Everybody wants to know what's in your bag. Golf bag, money bag, backpack, purse? Well, today we're gonna talk about what's in my golf bag. DJ Khaled style. He did a full video on what was his bag. He showed you his money, and then he showed you his golf bag. I don't have the money to show you today, but I will definitely show you what's in my PXG golf bag. So let's get started. Everybody wants to know what's in your bag. Mostly what's in your golf bag. Well, before I get to what's in my bag, let me show you the bags on bags on bags that I currently have in my PXG bag. The most important one, which most of you would know, is the one you probably walk to the golf course with. It has your car keys, your snacks, mostly I have the snacks, perfume, hair clips, hair ties. So that's my bag, a regular day bag. My sunglasses have a bag, more like a case. So that's attached to my regular bag. Then what else do I have? So that's one. I have more bags. I have a bag that has my golf balls in it, or more importantly, it also has my waterproof bucket hat. So then I have a whole bunch of golf balls that has a bag for the golf balls. Then I got another bag. And in this bag, what do we find? Tees, chapstick, ball marker. So if you don't have a ball marker that clips onto your hat, you're missing out on all things in life. So I got a bunch of tees in here, a Sharpie to mark my ball, chapstick for good measure. And let me show you how this works. So this is the fun ball marker that you just clip onto your hat. You throw your bucket hat on, and then whenever you need to put your ball marker down, it's easy peasy. I've never actually had it on a bucket hat before, but it works. So ball bag, tee, ball marker bag with a Sharpie. I have a Coach Cheyenne bag with a She Plays Golf. Don't miss the details. In here, we have golf glove. We have our Garmin GPS. We have a lot of cords which shouldn't be here, but I've been traveling, so I've shoved those in there. More ball markers. What else do we have? More tees, because you know what? You can never have enough tees. And then within that, I also have scorecard from a previous golf course in Greece, because I'm hosting a trip to Greece to Costa Navarino. Here's the scorecard for it. So in here, this is an easy one that I always can just take to the clubhouse as well. But this is my bag for my golf glove and all things electronics. The most important bag, the biggest bag that I have in my golf bag is my purse. And this, my friends, holds $1 billion in. But believe it or not, it's the most convenient thing. It has one of these little clips, so I can just clip it out here. Easy access if I wanted to get in to get my money. It has my car keys, also has my credit cards, has my chapstick. And guess what? If I leave that outside on a golf course, I just take this in with me. So before we get started on what's in my actual golf bag, my bags got bags on bags. And guess what? DJ Khaled did a video on what's in his bag, and I feel like my bag beats his bag. But make sure you go and watch his at the very end. Let's get started. Let me tell you what's actually in my PXG golf bag. So let's talk about what's in my PXG bag. I just got fitted for brand new golf clubs. Very excited, haven't been fitted and haven't seen them come. I've just taken all the packaging off of it. So what does it look like when you get brand new golf clubs, when you get fitted for them and they show up? So let's talk about what I have in my bag. I usually always start with the putter, but today I'm just going to tell you in general what we see. I have my putter. I have 3 wedges, which will go through. Then I have my irons. I have from 9 to 5 for my irons. And then I have what we have is my hybrid and my woods. Very conveniently, literally written on here, 1, which is my driver, the Black Ops. How cool does this look? Does it look like a straight up badass? Am I gonna crush these drives? Absolutely I am. So I have my driver. I actually never had a 3-wood in my old bag. We now have the Black Ops 3-wood. Very excited to give that guy a go. And then we have my 5-wood. So I do love my 5-wood. I'm excited to try my PXG 5-wood, followed by my hybrid. If you don't have a hybrid in your bag, you will need a hybrid as a beginner golfer. And what is a hybrid? It's an in-between club from your irons and your woods. I can show you what my beautiful hybrid looks like. It is absolutely stunning. The Black Ops, how cool. They look like, you guys, they look badass. So there is my hybrid. And you want to know what is the difference between a hybrid and a wood? Number 1, as you know, in golf clubs, the 2 characteristics that are different, the length of the clubs, as you can tell. If you really want to see the different lengths, let me show you my driver as well. So the Black Ops series, folks, here we are. Look how much longer my driver is compared to my 5-wood and then my hybrid. So number 1, in terms of golf clubs, characteristics wise, why do we have 14 clubs? What's the point? Length, which gives you distance, that's one thing, and then the club face. So in this specific example, you can tell by how big it is. As you can see, the driver, it has the biggest club head. Look at this club head. It's almost as big as my hand, but for sure bigger than my palm, the inside of my palm. So you can see this is very big, and the club face is very flat, which is absolutely beautiful. So not only is it the longest club, which gives you the length, but it also is flat, so it gives you both the combination of the 2 gives you the distance, the most distance. Then I have my 5-wood. You can see in terms of, it's still bigger than my hybrid, but it is not as big as the driver. So it still will give me distance, but nowhere close to my driver. And there you can see the difference between the hybrid and the 5-wood. Small, condensed, stacked. So that's gonna get me out of a lot of trouble that I have. And this one will give me a lot more distance than my hybrid would. But then let me just show you what an iron looks like, just to give you a little bit of an example. So let's put the driver away. And then we have the 7-iron. So again, what do we talk about? The difference is the length of the clubs, the shafts. If you take a look at the length, 5-wood, I have my hybrid, and I have my 7-iron. So you can see the length very different, but more specifically in terms of why is it called a hybrid? Because if we come down here, we have our irons. In between the iron and the wood is our hybrid. So you can see the club face, similar to an iron in that regard, but it gives us a big head to help us get out of a lot of the trouble that we have. Much easier to hit a hybrid for you beginner golfers and getting you out of a lot of trouble, but giving you tons and tons of distance, which is what most of you are always asking me for, is the distance portion of it. So if I flip it around, come nice and close, you can see nice, thick, big sole. Look at the beautiful golf club. It's the Gen 7s that I have that I got fitted for, as you can see, but they look absolutely gorgeous. Never been swung. And then I have my hybrid. You can see that. Part of the Black Ops series. Beautiful. And then I have the 5-wood. As you can see right here. On both of them, what I love is you have the X. The X marks the spot. So I'll have my ball placed right in front of the X. And this is pretty cool as well in terms of just telling you the dial. I think that's a really great, beautiful feature for your swing. And then we have the shafts that I got fitted for. You can see there's different shafts that are placed in here compared to my driver. It's an absolute different shaft than my hybrid. So very exciting. So that's kind of what we have in terms of woods hybrid. I only have one hybrid in there. And then I have my irons, 9 to 5. Some of you won't have a 5 iron. You might have a hybrid instead to replace it, which is absolutely amazing, which as a beginner golfer, you want all the help you can get for distance and for accuracy for sure, but a lot of you always want distance. So the hybrid's really gonna help you. The longer irons, the 5 and the 6, might be hard for a lot of you to hit, completely fine. Just want to show you what my beautiful 5 and 6 look like. If I didn't know the numbers, how would I know the difference? As always, you always know if you look on the top at the length. So I already know without looking, this will be my 5 iron, this will be my 6 iron, surely based on the length of the club. You tell me if I'm right. Is this my 5 and is this my 6 iron? Absolutely, it should be. It sure is. So that's a great way for you to check if you don't have the numbers on the bottom, which you all will. But just look how beautiful these irons have turned out. I'm so excited to give them a try. And this is a regular flex for me. You can see the R flex, which is a regular flex for the shaft for my swing speed. Remember, Gen 7 series is the one that I have chosen, well, I got fitted for actually. And how cool, look at the shaft. We have the steel fiber I-70. That's the shaft that I'll be using. They're absolutely beautiful, I'm not gonna lie. It's like almost you don't wanna hit with them because they're so pretty. All right, then we're gonna talk about, really quick with you, what are all of these random things down here? So I have wedges in my bag. Okay, some of you will have numbers like this, 54, and some of you will have letters like this. This is a G. G means gap wedge. P means pitching wedge. And S, which most of you will have, which means sand wedge. I hope you're getting all of that. And what does it essentially mean? If I flip my clubs over, as I've mentioned before, we are going to see which one faces the sky the most. If you can see, these two technically face the sky the ultimate most. And then this one, the face is not as much open to the sky. It's a little bit flatter. And if you come up, you'll see that the one that's a little bit flatter actually gives me a little bit more length. So it's longer. So I know this has got to be my gap wedge because it will give me more distance based off of the length, and the club face is a bit smaller. So without even looking at the bottom, and that is my gap wedge, which will be closer to my pitching wedge. Okay, so that will give me the distance and not as much height. These two are the ones that will give me the most height. So this will be my 54 and my 58. And the great thing is these 12 and 10, if you haven't watched my previous video on getting fitted for golf clubs, you need to watch that to understand what these numbers mean. I don't want to go too much into detail and bore you because it's just going to be too much happening. So to show you about height, why don't I hit these two wiffle balls that I have? Okay, so your sand wedge, your 54, when are you going to use it? I want to go over the bunker, over the trees, over the water. For this example, because you want to know what's in my bag, I want to go over my bag. So this one is going to give me tons and tons of height. I want to carry something, not too much distance, but it's going to give me height to carry a hazard. So I have a wiffle ball with insane amounts of wind. So let's see what we can do. Okay, tons and tons of height. As you can see, that was tons of height. Now, let me show you a regular wedge, which is a pitching wedge, or for me, in my case, which has a W. It will give me height, but not as much as my sand wedge, okay? As you can see, it didn't go as high. So you saw me hit the wedges, so now you understand the ones that face the sky, nice and high. The ones that are a little bit flatter, like your pitching wedge and your gap wedge, it'll give you more distance, not as much height. So don't worry about all that. You are sorted with wedges. Let's talk all things putter. How about the Allen putter? Before we even talk about how cool is my bag. Can we give my bag a moment? My golf bag. So you have a beautiful finishing over here. We love pockets. We love zippers because you know why? Car keys. There's a compartment for car keys in here. It's nice and cushiony. There's a little socket over here. This is for your towel. We got large compartments where you can put in, remember bags on bags? Put that in there. Tuck that sucker in. Come to this side. Take a look. How great. All of this comes out, so the straps completely come out, and you just have this. I love magnetic. Like, look at this. Bang. Easy. What's in here? A million tees and my bag that had the tees in it. Easy. Golf balls. Because you're a beginner, you need to have more than 6 golf balls. As you can see, I have tons in here, even though I'm not a beginner. A fun little area for your pencil to keep score. You just got zippers galore. How about this one? It's like has a little bit of plastic on it. So if you had anything wet, like beer cans or food, you could tuck it in there. An area for my water bottle. And more storage space. Like incredible. It's just cushioning. It's absolutely beautiful. Umbrella. My umbrella would go in here. And the bottom of the umbrella would come out there, and I would tie it up here. Don't have an umbrella yet. We're lucky. It's nice and sunny, but give the putter handle a moment, everyone. The putter. So I have a little space for my putter. It goes in. It's magnetic here, and it just clips. Do you want to see that? And clip. One more time for the people in the back. Clip. Can you tell that I'm obsessed with this feature of the bag? Absolutely. Well, let's talk all things putter. Allen putter, to be exact. I was fitted for the putter. And John, my guy, he told me that he has sold so many of these that he can't even tell you how many. That's how many he's sold. It's the one. It's absolutely the one. And last video that you saw, which was me getting fitted for this whole bag. The next video I'm actually doing it on putter. Tips on the putter, more specifically exactly what I love about the Allen putter, and also I'll give you a hot tip that I saw Tiger Woods doing at the Masters and what drills he was doing with this putter. So you won't want to miss that next video. At the end of this one, you can also catch it. So make sure you go watch that after. But what do I love? I like the nice thick grip that the putter has to offer. So I have a nice thick grip, and it just the weight. It always just catches it square. If you don't know what that means, in golf, you got to watch some of my other videos to understand what it means to catch it square. But the weight of it, the feel, the way it just rocks back and forth in my hand, big fan. Did I tell you another big fan that I am about the head covers? That they all kind of just like stick, like there's magnets on them. So if this head cover was just sitting over here, and if I didn't know where to put my putter cover, it just hangs out. Look at this. Because there's a magnet on it, it just hangs out. They all just hang out. It's fabulous. You now know what I have in my bag. Driver, 3-wood, 5-wood, and my hybrid. Come closer, take a look at all my irons that I have. I have a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so I got my irons here. And then, you know the wedge that I was missing to tell you about? This is my pitching wedge. I have a pitching wedge, so I have technically 4 wedges. 2 of the ones I showed you how I hit, my gap wedge and my pitching wedge, and then my putter. So there it is, all of you. This is what's in my PXG bag. Let me know what's in your bag and what you're missing in your golf bag. Let me know in the comments. If you have any questions, some of you DM me and ask me, what does this mean? What does that mean? Feel free to ask all those questions in the comments and I'll get right back to you. As always, thank you so much for watching, and make sure if you want to watch the full series, click right over here. See you next time.